afternoon, and welcome to Battle of the Bands.
Me and Tim and Penn all met in college.
Penn, Casey, and I were kind of like staggered going to CISA, which is a summer school program at Cal-Arts. We really started fusing and like working on weird projects together.
And, I've just been, slaving away ever since.
We are going live in 5!
Tim and I have been making music together for 15 years, and we've been in a wide number of different bands. Before Adventure Time, I was in this ukulele and Game Boy avant-garde folk band with Tim. We were using whatever we found around the house to construct the musical elements.
Casey would write the music and sing the lyrics and play ukulele. I would arrange the songs that he wrote for Game Boy. And what I had in that day was a little cartridge that had music software on it, getting a sense of how infinite the possibilities were of like using virtual instruments and then lots of recording really weird instruments. So these are all kind of things that like were kind of prototypes for applying to Adventure Time.
So Tim and I, for most of Adventure Time, don't work together. We've always done our independent episodes. We've had maybe 10, 20 collaborative episodes. But even on those, we kind of divide up the tracks.
You guys want some? It's cool, man. I know you want to eat the whole thing, and I'm cool with that.
Thank you.
We have very different musical styles in some sense. And I think that's kind of what makes it great, is that this is this giant musical universe, all of these different kinds of people and groups and civilizations.
Take one for new concept album based on 500 years of my journal entries.
I started making the music in my bedroom, first 5 years. And then like the last 3 years, I got a studio space and started using that for Adventure Time.
I grew up working in my bedroom studio, and I'd always imagined one day I'd end up, and I have a studio in downtown, but I'd always imagined I'd be in the dark studio with the blinking lights and the glass and the whole thing. And honestly, I really don't like it.
These lumps, I know you wanna slump up on these lumps, but you can't 'cause you're a chump.
The average episode, it would be 5 days to create the whole score.
To do 40 songs, and we'd get a list of notes abstractly going for what the emotional hit points were.
Bingo.
So that was the consistent element, is trying to let the structure that was being created by the writers and everybody else shine through on its own.
Hey, where's that music coming from?
Yeah, louder.
I would just be given the final cut of the episode and the notes. So it would be like, all right, on your mark, get set, compose. And then, hard network TV deadline.
It was insanely stressful. There were so many nights where it's like, you have these 5 days and I've got this idea for an algorithm and it's 4 days of...
We did it!
Back to sleep.
I have like a very manic sense sometimes, and Tim is just like perfectly calm and collected and in control, and I am not.
There is kind of like a punk rock aspect to the Adventure Time music in which out of like panic and stress.
Yeah, wow.
So the process for that usual situation was like kind of the creative sublime.
So what kind of song are we playing?
Oh, I brought these for some inspiration. I just use these to work off of, a template.
Okay.
Many of the episodes are just sung as the initial melodic material. As much as I can, I just walk around with my phone and go blah, 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 blah.
Bloobity blue, blue, blee, blee, blah.
Going from being this like computer producer where I'm working on the keyboard or I'm clicking things in to sitting in the shower, setting my phone down and...
Oh, that heavenly singing. Hey, who's singing in there? I like your song.
The whole computer era really has changed the way we work on music and think about music, that the tool shapes the way we make music. And I think that's one of the biggest contributors to the kind of sound of music today.
Let's go kick their digital booties. Dude.
And ultimately, it drove me to composing through the computer. And I would have never, ever, ever imagined that that was how I would end up, but there it is.
Enough hygiene. Let's get to it.
For the Jiggler episode, Casey did this insane database of vocal utterances and really weird sounds.
Hey, how can you sing like that, dude?
Remember when I swallowed that little computer?
Oh, yeah.
You'll hear all these like chaotic sounds like that.
Pick an instrument.
Huh?
To get stuff from me, you have to beat me in a musical battle.
But Jake's the musical one, and he's got poo brain.
There is a lot of things where characters will have certain instrumentation that ties them together.
For the characters like playing their trademark instrument, Casey and I split that at first, but as things progressed, I kind of got to be the go-to person. I played Jake's viola parts, then plays flute a couple times.
Hello.
We're gonna lay down a chill jam.
For what was missing, that was my episode to work on. I made all of those parts. Princess Bubblegum plays BMO kind of as a synth. Jake plays the viola. Marceline plays bass. That was one of the cases where I just got the final episode and had to conform the music to what the characters were already animated to doing.
Not a party without streamers!
A lot of the squiggly stuff that you'll think of it being Adventure Time has a source.
It's starting!
The first episode that I really got to go wild with is Belly of the Beast. Penn allowed, even when he had a specific idea, it was still a collaborative process because he trusted my influences and my dance music expertise.
Dude, we've been partying for hours.
I was really excited about that, and I felt like it would be a missed opportunity to just kind of like go with what was widely accepted dance music. Got some dubstep in there. You know, dubstep has blown up. And I threw the first dubstep party in LA, and now it's some crazy phenomenon.
A dancing bug.
I think an episode that a lot of people will know is Power Animal, because the dancing bug scene, that's a juke beat.
Let me show you how it's done. Woo!
For Squee, Nepture's rap in the episode Hot to the Touch, that's like super squiggly and has all these synths oscillating. Adventure Time was all about having fun. These are things that I was so passionate about.
Yes for foam and water. Yes for when it's hotter. I've got it, it's no bother, cause I live to please you, father.
Marceline's songs are so good. Maybe I can get Marceline to write a song with me. Man, if she helped me write a song like that, I'd be crushing it nonstop with the princesses. Oh, yeah.
I got to work on a few songs with Rebecca Sugar.
Sing out, sister.
She would compose the song and I record a demo of it. Eventually, it would get to me, and then I'd just figure out how to realize it.
I am a lyricist. It's all here on the page. The page in song, baby.
I really never thought that I would be writing songs as part of my animation career. That was such a private thing. I started doing more songwriting than I'd ever done before. And so I kept wanting to get better and better and try to do different things.
Anybody? Anybody?
I was completely shocked when Bacon Pancakes was the song that people liked. When I was writing it, I remember I did it quick. And I remember thinking, this is the worst song I've ever written.
Bacon pancakes, making bacon pancakes. Take some bacon and I'll put it in a pancake. Bacon pancakes, that's what it's gonna make. Bacon pancake.
Time is an illusion that helps things make sense. So we are always living in the present tense.
Rebecca Sugar's song, Time Adventure. It was a very cathartic thing for me to be involved with that song. The song itself is kind of about the adventure of working on Adventure Time.
Singing will happen, happening happened.
All the songs that I've done with Rebecca, making the music for Time Adventure, it was a very climactic moment. It was an honor and it was a pleasure to realize a lot of Rebecca's pieces.
Music is powerful, man. It speaks to a primal pit in our brains. It makes anyone want to get up and get their knees going. Gotta get them pumping, pumping, pumping. Boom, 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 boom.
Music can do amazing things, and it can make the monsters go away or bring everybody together. There was not like a dry moment for me composing the music for Time Adventure, because it was all just like, it's touching and it's really profound. And also how it all came together was just beautiful.
A good song can really wrap people up in a mood, better than any words alone could.
Creating the music for Come Along With Me, the finale 44-minute special, was just like an amazing process unto itself.
Welcome, friends. I've been expecting you.
It was like super emotionally involved for me. How was I going to sum up, or how was I going to paint like a final picture of the Adventure Time universe in sound? After it was done, then there wasn't anything else. And it was like it's actually over.
Thank you for visiting the King of Uu. Goodbye.
Hi, guys. I know this is weird and confusing and weird, but the good news is I'm getting the band back together.
Remix!
People have been waiting a long time for this comprehensive 200-plus track soundtrack.
This music's way better than Owl's Hoots.
A soundtrack which is a trip to like be navigating 8 years of the music that Casey and I made.
Yeah! I only deal in infectious grooves.
And it'll include all the big songs that there's demo versions of.
Coochie, coochie, coochie.
There's going to be like extended versions that nobody's ever heard before. I'm really excited for the music to shine and not necessarily be behind dialogue.
At least it's got a pretty killer beat.
Working on Adventure Time, it's been like a constant for 8 years of my life, and having like amazingly talented coworkers and like really inspiring artists and artwork to work on and to collaborate with. I've grown a lot artistically and like personally thanks to Adventure Time.
Boy, when I first signed up for this adventure, I just wanted to see pretty mermaids. But now I realize it's all about the camaraderie of my fellow sailors, you know?
I do know.
Tim is one of my favorite musicians in the world and a giant inspiration to me. You know, being able to play off that and like have that to drive me and has been like one of the best things that's ever happened to me.
You know what, bro? I'm glad you're here.
Adventure Time, 10 years of doing this has been a completely life-changing experience. Really focused me in a way. Who would have thought?
All that you've been through, ooh, just hug and it's agreed. Your love will not delete.
Yeah!